Hello Scorpio and welcome now to Tuesday. Well, sunny, social, and outgoing today for the officers of the zodiac. The moon, our emotions, is now moved into Virgo. So your emotional focus is on your public reputation. Your role in public, your role in society, your circle of friends, your reputation, your business card, all the above. And in many ways, this is the emotional follow-through of some deep spiritual work we did. Remember, from 2007, the fall of 2007, until just last month, Scorpios were heavily focused on upgrading their place in society, their social status. So today I ask you the question, how do you feel? How do you feel about your place in the world? Tell me. Your feelings are a reflection of your perspective. How far have you grown since '07 in this? And pat yourself on the back if you've grown and you changed and you feel a lot different. And if you don't, well, you should have done your soul work, damn it, Scorpio. Now you're going to have to do two things. Zip into the sun. We're in Chapter 2 of Sun in Libra. Today, Jupiter rules the day, which means that optimism, adventure, and exploration rule the day. That's what Jupiter's about, exploring and adventure, expanding our potential. So as you know, you're working on the weeds in your soul garden. You're facing your spiritual issues. You're facing your karma, okay? Karma is our leftover lessons from past lives, basically, okay? It's also our leftover fortune as well, but we tend to focus on the hard stuff, right? Well, you're facing your karma. And that means it's time to face the issues in your soul that sabotage your potential, that put drag on your wings. And today you might want to try something new. If normally you manage a weed one way, manage your weed a different way. Okay? So you know what weeds are. For instance, maybe you have abandonment issues. And because you have abandonment issues, you freak out when your wife doesn't come home on time. That's an abandonment issue. That's a weed as a result of abandonment issue. Okay? You've grown this weed out of this fear of abandonment. Well, if you normally freak out and yell at her for being late, well, let's try something new tonight, okay? Try something new. Try something new. Now, even it may work, it may not work, but either way, you'll get perspective on what could work, and that's the part of the spiritual growth and expansion. By the way, yesterday I said, remember, Jupiter and Mars are getting you pregnant when it comes to a new ego and a new charisma. Well, as of today, Mars takes the lead in that adventure, which means now it's time to take that pregnancy and run, okay? Time to trailblaze. It's time to really put your will out there. It's time to stand strong and really do what your ego is telling you to do. Some of it may be wrong, but you're going to learn along the way, and Mars is going to give you the strength to do it. Now, by the way, I do want to talk about rising signs. If you have a Scorpio rising, everything I just said in this horoscope will apply to you, all right? But it will apply to you in more of a long-term fashion. Our sun sign is our primary story going on. Our sun sign is our moment-to-moment reality. Sometimes the changes we make last, sometimes they don't last. It's really kind of us updating things in a simpler way. Our natal story, which is represented by your rising sign, is the same lesson, but in a much deeper, multi-lifetime, longer-term fashion. And most of us have a sun sign story and a natal sign story going on simultaneously, which is why horoscopes are not always correct. Well, they're not correct because they're a lot deeper than people realize. And that's why personal readings go so far. And it's Tuesday. We have a new episode of our newest series, Just Ask Us, starring intuitive Angelo Eros and practical advice and common sense, Lauren Seraphan. And they're coming together on camera to answer your questions that you've emailed us. You might want to check them out. They're not only fun, but they're informative. You learn a whole lot from Angelo and Lauren about how to get going through your life. And they're live everywhere here in Soul Garden. Okay, that wraps up Tuesday, Scorpio. Tomorrow, I've got some good news. A major square that's been a big pain in the ass is finally over. All those details and more in 24. Live, love, be. Soul Garden.